Welcome back to another UFC recap. Let's do a quick 10. Once you hear the quack, that means it's over. It's more like a 9-minute session. Um, I wasn't planning on doing it, but damn, was that fight that a hell of a card. As in Jared versus Marvin. Straight up Schlabanaka. I mean, the main event, that shit was bonkers. I mean, the other fights were too. We almost got a Shaka, another Shaka. We almost got another ranked fighter get taken out, but it didn't happen. But let's go to. I believe I watched one or two of the early prelims. I watched more than one or two of the early prelims. But let's see what. Oh yeah, it was Jimmy Flick, Alessandro Costa. I forget how was that an elbow? Yeah, I believe it was the beautiful elbow to the fucking face. And other than that, I don't. Let me see if I watched any of the other um, prelims. Zach, no, I didn't. Okay, so I guess it was just that one. Whatever. Let's go to the main card. Anyway, Pat Sabatini, Lucas Almeida. That was it wasn't really too exciting compared to the next fights I'm going to talk about. Um, all around, it just pretty much started off with old boy Pat just taking Almeida down and just pretty much having the works, just showing him what the business is. Pretty much didn't let him do shit throughout the whole or pretty much whatever the time that was left. What, like a couple of what was it, third round, second round? Okay, second round. Whichever was left in the second round, pretty much gave him that and just pretty much gave him a submission. For a Brazilian, he didn't really. I mean, he tried, but he really couldn't do much against Pat Sabatini. Um, then we had Petrosian Christian Leroy Duncan. That wasn't too bad, but Christian really didn't have much from him. I thought it was gonna be, I don't know. Christian started doing some weird, funky stuff. Like he was doing some like weird backhanded. I don't know what the fuck he was doing, but Christian wasn't doing enough, obviously, to. I don't know. Maybe he was trying to get Arman Petrosian off of his freaking game, which he wasn't, because Armin was just pretty much using the jab, distance. Then he started using some wrestling. And he said he wants somebody. I don't believe Armin is. I don't believe Petrosian is ranked yet. So I believe he asked for somebody ranked next. I believe Armin, but both Armins, that was, I don't know, like if it was a coincidence or what the hell the situation was that with that, but I believe they're both Armenians, right? Armin Petrosian and Armin, I'm 100% forgetting Sarukian. How the hell do I forget Sarukian's name? But let's see. I'm not seeing where he's from, but I believe they're both. Um, let's see. Anytime I try to look for some, I just have the hardest times finding it. But Superman. Armin's called the Superman. I didn't know he was called the Superman. Or Superman. An Armenian named Superman. Should be, feel like that should be more for that title should be held for an American. America. Fuck yeah. But let's go. Armin Sarukian. Joaquim Silva. Mandam. I don't think anybody expected it to be a Slabanaka as well, but round one started and Armin was pretty much giving him a works. And then, oh boy, Joaquim started to show off some. He was like, nah, I'm not going to just let you have it your way. This ain't damn Burger King. And just started pretty much doing his work too. And I mean, Armin tried to take him down. He did put some work in with the hands, but then he started doing some wrestling. He was like, "Nah, we ain't having that wrestling because you know he's Brazilian, and as you all know, them Brazilians know their Brazilian jiu-jitsu and all that stuff." And pretty much got himself back up and started banging. And that's when everything went right and not left for Arman. Joaquim hit him with an overhand right, I believe, and he kept hitting he got him a couple of times with the hooks. But then after that, after Arman Sarukian got shooken up, Mandem came back and started putting in the works on Joaquim. I believe the fight could have been stopped at the second, or was it the third, where he was just down and just taking elbows to the face and elbows to the face after one after another, and it was just like, sometimes the ref needs to step in. I believe eventually the ref did step in. I don't think he officially got officially knocked out. Sometimes I feel like the corner can and should throw the fucking towel in, do your damn job, but they didn't, and the ref saved his age, which I don't find or see anything wrong with it. But Joaquin ain't too bad. Arman, who did he ask for after the fight? He asked for either Benil Dariush, Benny the Butcher, or he asked for some. Oh, he also said Michael Chandler. It's most likely not going to have the Conor McGregor, the Irishman's fight, because, with since everybody's been trained this whole time, I don't think anybody, everybody kind of knows, that McGregor was on the PEDs, and he's not in USADA, and they're not giving him a pass. So Arman was like, why not give me Michael Chandler? And Michael Chandler, the type that like to bang, and Arman seems like, his style is pretty nice, to be honest. He can throw them kicks. I don't know, I feel like his last fights, he wasn't letting, his style show. This time, he let his style show, which was a good thing, I believe. He might have gained some fans, after taking one to the face. Stuff like that helps, I guess. So yeah, those are two of the fighters, Michael Chandler and I just said the other fighter. Oh, Benny the Butcher. But Benny the Butcher needs at least 60 days since was he some? No, he was. I believe he was saved by the ref. This was literally a couple of how many? I forget how long ago this was, but this is literally a week ago. Marvin Vettori, Jared Cannonier, Mandem. That was one fucking hell of a fight. That was actually the main reason I decided to do a show, since I only do one a week. That fight right there, one hell of a fight, I tell you. Marvin usually doesn't come out and bang like this. Neither does Jared Cannonier. Neither one of these guys ever comes out and scraps. I feel like if either one of these guys came out like this against, somebody like Izzy or Robert, I feel like they give themselves a better fucking chance, Go out there and show what you got. But obviously they didn't, and that shit just, usually in those fights, they end up being boring fights anyways. I feel like you don't get fans like that anyways as a fighter. I feel like this fight right here, both of them coming out. Marvin won the first round. I believe he landed a hook, and then eventually, old boy Jared Cannonier started to put in the work as well, and he landed a couple of hooks, and just everything was landing for Jared, to be honest. Even leg kicks, everything was working for him. But still, Marvin ended up winning that first round. Round two, I don't think Jared actually lost any round in this fight, to be honest. Even except the first one. Even though Paul Felder and the Mother Boys, oh, there goes the duck. That means that's 10 minutes. But I'll pretty much finish this roundup. But round two, Marvin was just getting pieced up. He got, I believe, Jared Cannonier broke a record for the middleweight division for significant shots landed during the second round, which in the middleweight division you obviously don't see enough scrapping, but you saw that tonight. The most, I believe, he broke a record for all around significant shots as well, not just in that second round. He did. I believe he did a couple of takedowns too, but Marvin was just like drained. so he couldn't really do much. So it was kind of, for me, I was like, man, this, I don't know how the hell this guy's fucking staying in there. He took so many damn clean shots, jabs, hooks, everything. I don't know how many hooks he landed in there too, but just kicks to the body, leg, everything. Jared pretty much, I don't. This guy has so much fucking energy for somebody who's 39 years old. I don't know if you should be having that kind of energy, but Mandem has that kind of energy. Jared Cannonier. Man be sipping on that nuclear waste or something. Coming out here like a superhero, whooping ass, taking names and shit. But yeah, Jared just pretty much dominated for the second. I believe he dominated every other round. I believe Paul Felder were saying the third round, Marvin got it or something, but I don't know. They were tripping. I don't know what they were smoking. They were smoking that Marvin pack or something. But I believe that Jared Cannonier got that third round as well, and the fourth and the fifth. I mean, it seemed like Marvin was drained, and usually you don't see Marvin drained. That's the crazy thing. I don't believe I've ever seen a round where Marvin Vittori, usually he's that guy, you know, that doesn't drain. You know, he has that tank. You know, he's kind of known for that as well. I don't know, but maybe he got the scrappiness from hanging out with Chris Curtis and oh boy Sean Strickland. But still, I like this style of fighting. Obviously, it's the fun style of fighting over the style of fighting where, you know, you're just, you know, you're trying to get points and shit, and you know, shit worked for them, I guess. Well, it should. I mean, I feel like they both gained fans in this fight, Marvin and Jared Cannonier. Even though Jared Cannonier, I feel like is uh, this is pretty much getting close to the end for him. But I mean, 39, he had one of his best performances. For both fighters, this was my favorite all-time fight for either one of those fighters, Jared and Marvin Vettori. I don't think it gets any better for both. One of the better fights in a while for middleweight fighters, all around. I mean, you know, actually, we just had Pereira Adesanya, but for a full 5 rounds, this probably is it. And I've already said, and I'm sticking to it, I don't really like 5 rounders. To be honest, this fight I believe was over in the 5th round, but whatever, you know. I'm still on that 5 rounds. Actually, I would actually kind of love it if UFC started going to two. I'll tell you, 2 rounds. 2 rounds would be nice if they started going to that. I believe it makes fights funner, and you know, we just have more bangers, and people would I don't know, with short attention spans and all that shit. I believe it helps out if the UFC started doing shit out. Maybe 1 round fights. I know that sounds crazy, but imagine what happens in a 1 round fight or a 2 round fight. They just go at it. You know, 1 round fight, you know, decisions obviously, it's you almost, you can't do anything. You just go off the fucking round. But 2 rounder, even the 2 rounder, I get the judging and all that, but you just go off the whole fight. Do what PFL does or One Championship does. You know, go off the whole fight. Don't just go off the whole the Mashugama. Go off the whole damn fight. But yeah, I wouldn't mind that. Thanks for watching. Sabotage out.